Okay.
Okay, here we are in Birmingham at D2 Design, and we had a special guest in studio today, Mac Lake. And if you know anything about D2 Design, you know who Mac is. He's the guy that really runs Launch Network, which is a church planting network that we've had the privilege of working with for almost a year now. So Mac was here today. We're working on a new website for him and some great print collateral. But I really want to talk, Mac, today about what's going on. I know you're excited. You've been at this for years, so kind of tell the folks what's going on.
Yeah, Paul, Launch officially launched in January of 2011, and in the past 8 months we have been able to do assessments with over 36 church planters. We've been able to train, we're at 25 church planters right now, going through training. But Paul, the exciting thing is, part of our strategy that's unique is, while we are a national network, what we're trying to do is help church planting churches establish local church plant networks in their city. And so in the past few months we've been able to establish 6 local church planting hubs that are called Launch Hubs. Launch Alabama, Launch Birmingham now is our most recent, Launch Winston-Salem, Launch Jackson, Launch Las Vegas. And these are local church plant networks where we help resource them with training resources, our model, our processes, so that they can be more effective at planting churches in their region. And so we've been able to add 6 of those over the past few months, and just very, very excited about the expansion of Launch.
Yeah, and if you follow any of the planners that have gone through Launch's assessment or training, you'll find that they continue to say the same thing about Launch, that it's relationship driven. And I love that. You guys have come in and you found churches that want to be involved in church planting, don't really know how, they just know they want to participate. And you guys give them an on-board or an on-ramp to do that. So it's really great. Tell us one of your most exciting stories that you've seen over the past month. Maybe a great launch service that one of your planners had, or just something that really encouraged you.
Yeah, we've got 5 guys who are launching in September, and I'm excited because several of these guys are just blowing it out. 3 of those had over 200 at their preview service, and so we're very excited about that. But I have to say, one of the things that I am so excited about is how we've been helping our churches plant churches. We have a church in Jackson, Mississippi, Pine Lake, and they've never really planted churches, and they said, we want to get involved in church planting, so they joined Launch using our process, our systems. And so throughout, I guess by the end of the year, they will have launched out 3 brand new churches and enrolling a 4th guy to be trained there in their hub. And so in a year or so, they've been able to plant 4 churches from there.
And one of those church plants I'm thinking of particularly is Angus's his church. And this is a great testimony to how Launch really helps the church who wants to participate. So Angus is in Mississippi, going through Pine Lake and that Mississippi hub. And then you have another guy who's going through assessment in Georgia, right? I can't remember his name. Dan. Yeah, Dan. And Dan is going with Angus to Colorado to plant. They're already there, as a matter of fact.
They met each other in the assessment and said, hey, why don't you come with me to plant in Denver and or in Loveland. And so,
it's great. So launchstrong.com is the URL. You can follow Mac at Mac Lake on Twitter. Also, you can follow Mac at his blog at Mac Lake as well. Isn't it Mac Lake?
Mac Lake Online.
That's right. Well, thanks so much for coming to Birmingham today. It's always fun.
Enjoyed it.
Thanks.